Hello, my dear young detectives. Today we are going on a very exciting adventure. We will become science detectives and help Detective Disha solve some mysterious cases. Have you ever wondered why food gets spoiled? Or why we brush our teeth? Or why school should be clean? And how small habits can keep us healthy? By the end of this video, you will know the answers to all these questions. So grab your detective hats and let's begin. So in the first case here, we will see that is the forgotten tiffin box. Detective Disha has a problem here. She forgot her lunchbox in her school cupboard. After a few days, she opened it and found something very strange. The food smelled bad. It looked different and there were colorful patches on it. Can you guess what happened? You all can pause the video and write your answers in the comments. Ready? Okay, one of the answers could be the food was spoiled. But who spoiled the food? The answer is tiny living things called microbes. Microbes are so tiny that we cannot see them with our eyes. They live in soil, in water, on plants, on animals, and even inside our bodies. Some microbes are helpful, while others can make food spoil. Amazing, isn't it? That some microbes are good and they can help us, and some are bad, which will spoil the food, as you can see in this picture. So the helper microbes will help you to make the curd and ferment the rice. Can you think of any other place where microbes might be hiding right now? If you know, please write it down in the comment box. Now next, microbes need three things to grow: food, water, and warmth. That means moisture, air, and the right temperature to grow. Think of a triangle like this. When microbes get all these three things, they multiply very quickly and then they finally spoil the food. That's why food left outside for too long can become unsafe to eat. If any one of these sides of the triangles are removed, then we can stop the microbes and we can stop the food from getting spoiled. Humans have been protecting food for hundreds of years. So let's look at some methods. The first one is drying. That means removing water from the food. For example, grapes become raisins. Then the next is pickling. Pickling means using oil, salt or water to protect or to preserve the food. Example, mango pickle. So drying and dehydration means removing the water. Pickling mein hi you get the option of oil, salt and vinegar. So oiling will be a part of pickling only. That example is been already discussed. Even the method of refrigeration, because these days it is very popular. Keeping food cold. Why? Because the cold temperatures slow down the microbes. The growth of, because warmth is the important part of that triangle which I have already shown. So if we are keeping the food cold, it will not get spoiled. So which foods do we keep in the refrigerator at home, other than what it is mentioned here in the picture? You can even list many more items which you keep in the refrigerator and mention it in the comment box. So here are the 4 different methods of preservation. The first one again is drying. That means it removes the moisture. Then the science is the heat or the sun evaporates the water. And examples are chilies, papad, dried fish. Then is pickling. That means you are removing the connection of the air. So oil creates a barrier against the oxygen. Oxygen, the air is not coming in contact with the food. So the example is green mango or lemon. So we pickle it and keep it, preserve it for an year around. Then comes the refrigeration. That means we are not giving the microbes the right temperature to grow. So the cold temperature slows down the microbe activity. We usually keep milk, butter or vegetables in the refrigerator. Then salting and sugaring removes the moisture and draws out the water from the food. Example, jam or salted meats. So these are the process, these are the method actually to preserve the food. Now here is another investigation. Detective Disha has another mystery to solve here. She ate some fresh seasonal lychees, but then she wondered what happens to food after we eat it. Let's follow the journey. After eating, the first step is the hands. Always wash your hands before you eat. The second step is teeth. Teeth help to break down the food into smaller pieces. The third step is saliva. It is a secret weapon as it helps in digestion, because this is the only step where the digestion starts. Our body is like a super machine working all the time. Did you know different teeth have different jobs? Incisors are there to cut the food, as the scissor cuts everything. Then canines, that is, they are there to tear the food. Then comes the premolars. They are there to crush the food. And molars are there to grind the food. So there are 4 types of teeth, and yes, you have to remember the function of each type. So an adult human have 32 teeth, out of which 8 are incisors, 4 are canines, 8 are premolars, and 12 are molars, including the wisdom teeth. So these are the total, combined. And then if you talk about a child or the adult, then there is a difference between the number of teeth. An adult has 32 and a child has 20. That is 8 incisors, 4 canines and 8 molars. Now try this challenge. Touch your front teeth. Those are incisors. Can you find your molars? Just try to find by touching your teeth. Detective Disha visits the dentist. The dentist gives 3 important tips. Brush twice daily. Rinse after meal. That means you have to wash your mouth with water properly. Then eat fewer sweets. That means you have to eat less of sweets. Remember, healthy teeth helps us eat properly and stay healthy. And here is a safety warning also. Never gulp down your food. ऐसे एकदम से फूड मुंह में डाल के without chewing it आपको अंदर नहीं लेना है. Do not talk or laugh with food in your mouth. If you have food in your mouth, you are not supposed to talk, neither laugh. Eat slowly and chew properly to avoid the danger of choking. Now, Detective Disha notices something very wonderful. Her school is clean, green and cheerful. She asks, what makes a school a happy place? Let's investigate. A happy school takes care of the environment. We can throw waste in the correct bins. That means we should have a proper waste management. That means the things which are going to get recycled, we have to throw it in that dustbin. And the kitchen waste are to be thrown in green dustbin. So we have to take care of this. Then we have to and we should save water by fixing the leaking taps, turning off the taps while washing hands, and never wasting the drinking water. We can even plant trees, because planting and caring for trees, because they give us fresh air and the school grounds look very beautiful. And we should keep our surrounding clean. If the surrounding is clean, it is germ free and we will remain healthy. So just like we protect food from bad microbes, we must also protect our school from pollution and waste. So can you name one thing you should do to help the environment on your level? Please think of it and write it in the chat box. Being healthy isn't only about our bodies. It is also about how we treat others. Simple acts of kindness include sharing, helping friends, speaking politely, and respecting everyone. A kind school becomes a happy school. So we should show respect to teachers, peers, that means friends, staff, and the local vendors even. And we should maintain positive behavior to create a pleasant, welcoming school for everyone. Look at this circle. A happy school is created when the environment is clean, student stays healthy, and everyone is kind and respectful. So we should do waste management and water conservation. Even we should plant trees for the clean surrounding to make the school a happy place, a place that is safe, healthy, and joyful to all. Then a caring community, that means we should be kind, respect, and we should have a positive behavior. All these parts work together like pieces of a puzzle. So personal choices create collective well-being. So finally, Detective Disha has solved all three mysteries, and today's important lessons are: protect food from microbes, keep your teeth healthy, care for your environment, and be kind and respectful. So you should thank the good microbes and keep food safe from the bad ones. You have to preserve the food by breaking that survival triangle of the microbes. So you can choose any of the methods which have been discussed for preservation. Chewing the food right, you have to have a good oral health. Eat slowly and let saliva do its work. Then even you have to care for your school through green habits and daily kindness. So small habits creates a big difference. So Detective Disha closed her notebook with a smile. The mystery of well-being is solved by the small choices we make every day. So did you enjoy being a detective today? Tell me in the comments, which investigation was your favorite? The food mystery, or the teeth mystery, or the happy school mystery? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting learning adventures. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep investigating.